Yes, we're excited about this deal and the opportunity to work with Fusion Pharmaceuticals to bring a new class of agents for the treatment of cancer. As you know, there's been interest in the area of cancer drugs with antibody drug conjugates, and we see those drugs as being able to replace backbone chemotherapy. But between a third and a half of patients receive radiation therapy, which today is given from the outside in. What radioconjugates do is enable you to target radiation very specifically to the cancers and effectively treat the cancer from the inside out. What that means is I think we can enhance the capability of radiation to potentially treat and cure more patients with cancer. But also there are some patients whose disease is spread out of the original site who aren't candidates for external beam radiotherapy typically at the moment. These radioconjugates, because they can treat across the body, they can potentially open up a new area of patient treatment for patients who currently aren't eligible for external beam radiotherapy. And this modality, I think, can combine very well with some of the other agents that we already have in our portfolio, like our immuno-oncology agents and our DNA damage response agents. So overall, I think this is a very exciting opportunity to build on our internal capability and open up a new space of cancer treatment.
Susan, as we talk about radioconjugates here, what impact will that have on health systems like the NHS, for instance? Is there early appetite at this stage to spend money on this type of technology?
Well, I think this technology needs to show that it can improve long-term outcomes like progression-free survival and overall survival. And what it has shown is if you can do that, then you can find a place in the treatment paradigm for these treatments. But ultimately, if we can improve on the way that external beam radiation is given, that requires a lot of capital investment in radiotherapy machines, etc. So this is a way of potentially extending the range where radiation treatment can work. And I think in time, what we can show is that this will be a cost-effective investment that can improve cancer outcomes.
Yeah, Susan, good morning to you. I mean, this purchase then follows on from that acquisition, right, of the rare disease firm, biotech firm, that's Amolyt Pharma, if I said that correctly, as well as part of that expansion into this, into the development of rare disease treatments. Are you finding that this is the kind of demand then that your clients are looking for specifically, and that means you kind of need to continue to add to this, and is that something you're looking to do?
Well, we're obviously building on extensive investment that we already have in our own R&D capabilities. I'm sitting here in our R&D headquarters in Cambridge, and we've invested over $10 billion into R&D in our own capability in AstraZeneca in 2023. That represents just over a fifth of our revenue. And so what we see through the business development deals like Amolyt and like the Fusion deal that we have done is the opportunity to build capabilities that will drive our growth, not just to 2030, but beyond 2030, so that we've got long-term sustainable growth of our revenue potential.